With New World being days away from launch and communities around the world voting on their server lists to decide where they want to call home on launch, you can imagine the pre-game anxiety is starting to get strong. The latest concern is word spreading that servers will have a 1,000-player limit on them, and multiple communities, guilds, and streamer followings are going to easily eclipse that 1,000-player limit many times over, and people are starting to get worried. I'm here to calm things down and tell you two key points. One, don't worry about it. It's all a misunderstanding, and we'll get into that in just a moment. And two, it's easier than ever to keep track of all the servers, languages, world sets, and what communities, guilds, and streamers are doing thanks to my community resource, a one-stop shop for all your info. I keep this updated and will do so until launch, and then for a week or two afterwards in case people want to re-roll. Links in the description and comments. So this misunderstanding all stemmed from a couple things. New World's website has the following statement indicating that you'll be playing with over 1,000 players on each server, coupled with New World also tweeting this response to a player asking about server player caps. You will be adventuring with over 1,000 other players. It seems like a case of miscommunication and misunderstanding has taken place, and the key point was that over 1,000 players would be on a server together at once. This has sparked a discussion talking about the pros and cons of having such a small server population cap, what the ideal server population number might be, how population can be managed moving forwards with additional content patches, expansions, managing new player experiences with the early dungeons that are required for the main story progression, that kind of stuff. And there is a link to the Reddit post in the description if you'd like to join in the discussion, but all I'd like to say is, fret not, my fellow adventurers. Sure, it's an MMO launch, so servers will have some hiccups, and yes, there's bound to be queues here and there if you pick a seriously populated server, so please check out my spreadsheet or the video on that to be prepared. But above all else, remember that the previous closed beta and open beta were taking a serious look at many issues, and chief among them was the server stability under high load. We can semi-safely assume that player limits are over 1,000 on launch as stated. They're going to be monitoring queues and dynamically adjusting caps, just like every other MMO has done so in launch. They'll be rerouting players to different servers where possible, and generally trying to keep the server populations healthy on launch and into the future. World sets are going to play a big role in this as well, so again, coordination with friends and guildies is key, and worst comes to worst, you're going to end up re-rolling once the dust has settled. Sure, it's not ideal, but one thing is clear. Eternum awaits. Seriously, go check out my other video and spreadsheet. I put so much work into it, it's unbelievable, and I'm keeping it updated to help you make sure you pick the right server for your launch. Good luck.